You're listening to From Imposter to Empowered. I'm your host, Jillian Perrick, life and success coach for boss babes who want to overcome imposter syndrome so they can be their best selves, both in life and in business. Follow me on Instagram at YourCoachJill for free content and daily inspo. Let's get started. Hello, friends. So, what do you think about jelly corns or jelly beans? Which I'm trying to think of a name to call you guys so I don't start everything with, hey friends. But, oh, that was a really weird laugh. But yeah, anyways, I'm trying to think of a name for my community, so I'll get back to you on that. Maybe I'll do an Instagram poll. Anyways, so happy whatever the fuck day it is, probably a Wednesday, which is when my episodes come out. And this is going to be a fun little episode because I wanted to talk a little bit about this notion that if you are a life, confidence, or mindset coach, that you can't be yourself and that you can't struggle or have a rough time. Not saying that you don't, because you probably do. As we are healers and as we are people that are really deep in this mindset work, this requires a lot of thinking and a lot of overanalyzing probably, and a lot of questioning if what we're doing is actually helping people and helping transform their lives. And with that comes a little bit of doubt and a little bit of fear, and that's why you're listening to this podcast, to help overcome your inner imposter. And I did this post on my Instagram and I said, somebody's got to say it. And it's just because you're a life, confidence, or mindset coach, it doesn't mean you need to have your shit together all the time. And this is so true because I feel like people in this space with regards to mindset, it's almost like an ego trap that you put yourself in. When somebody tries and reaches out to you or is like, oh yeah, I'm going through a hard time too, like you feel the need to like defend yourself because you don't want someone to see that you're incompetent in managing your own mind. But the thing is like, this is called your mindset blind spot. And this is a spot in your mind where it's completely blind, if you didn't get that from Mindset Blindspot. But it's basically where you have a little bit of a blind spot with regards to your own mindset. So you may teach your clients about thought work, money mindset, whatever you do in terms of the life, confidence, or mindset coaching realm, and you may be struggling with that same thing. And this is why it's a good thing. So this is a really good thing because you are overcoming the struggles that your potential client or your current client will need to overcome. And what is better than experiencing something yourself and being able to help that person through it? So first of all, if you are a life, confidence, or a mindset coach, relating to the person is very important. You are not on a pedestal. So I'm a part of a mastermind, and it's Alyssa Hammond's mastermind, and she has a psychic. And the psychic was on one of our calls. And the psychic said, she literally said this, and I was like, yes, bitch, yes. She was like, if you feel like you are above your clients, you're in the wrong headspace. You are doing this for the wrong reasons. That's essentially what she said. And I totally fucking agree. Because I used to be in that ego trap. I used to think that I can only help people who I'm way above and they don't know anything that I know, and that's the only way that I will feed my own ego to make myself feel good about the information that I'm giving them. Because if they've heard this information before, then I'm a fraud and I don't actually, then I'm not actually changing their lives, and why would they work with me? And that thought is not serving me. But if you can relate it back to your own experience and say, you know what, I struggled with this really bad and this is how I overcame it, or I'm currently going through this and these are the steps that I'm taking, that is more credibility than pretending that you're not going through that stuff. Because nobody wants to work with a mentor who has not gone through the same shit that we're dealing with. And even if you're currently going through it, use your tools, learn from it, and then think about, how can I leverage this in my business? How can I go on my Instagram stories and talk about my anxiety, talk about my speech impediment, talk about something that's causing me stress? Because when you do that, people will continue to see you as an authority because you're speaking from the heart. You're being your true, authentic self. When we were on the mastermind call, Alyssa's friend Rachel Spencer was on too, and she was saying how she stopped working with a client because it was at the end of their contract, and she could have been out of integrity by wanting to work with this person further, even though she knew that she had helped that person to the extent that she could help that person. And I really liked that, because it was like, that is a common struggle, is, okay, I'm at the end of a contract with the client. If they don't continue with me, what does that mean about my coaching? Or if they do continue with me, what else can I teach them? This is like a common coach dilemma. And the thing is you have to be honest with yourself, and that means you have to be honest with your audience. And it's gonna make you feel like a fucking fraud if you hold back all of your issues and all of the stuff that you're going through, and then you're trying to preach mindset to your potential clients. It won't add up. And because you know that you're struggling on the inside, your content will feel phony and you will not feel authentic. And that is literally why you feel like a fraud, because you're not being authentic with your audience, or you're doing so in a way that feels like you're just trying to get sales. And that is a whole mindset shift, because when we are sharing authentically, we are connecting with people, and I wouldn't recommend using it as a way to make sales, because that's not gonna feel good either. But when you are going through something and you really think that somebody would be able to like benefit from hearing what you're going through, talk about it. And so I reached out to a mindset coach about doing a session with her, because I am not immune to mindset problems. I am not immune to being in the thick of my own bullshit and being unable to move past it because I'm in the thick of my own bullshit. That's the whole reason why we hire a coach. It's to be able to see those blind spots that they're able to point out, and just having us talk us through these things. Like, that's why people go to therapy. And this is a really important thing for you to learn if you're going to be in the life, confidence, or mindset coaching realm, is that like you need to be authentic with your audience and with your clients. And when you are going through something, or if you're struggling with something, hiding it and trying to like not admit it isn't going to help you. It's going to make you feel more like a fraud. So you're giving all these tips on mindset, but you can't practice what you preach. Because if you're telling people, if you want a transformation, if you want help through this, blah, 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 you should work with me, but then you're not willing to do the work on your own mindset, then you're not practicing what you preach. And this episode isn't necessarily about like investing in a mindset coach or doing any of that. It's basically just admitting that if you are in the life coaching space, the mindset space, the confidence space, and you're not talking about yourself and talking about the struggles that you've been through, because we all go through them, then that is going to make you feel like a fraud. And if it's because you're afraid that like you won't make any money, or if you feel like you have to hustle right now and being vulnerable means that people won't see you as an authority, then go listen to my episode about being an authority in the online space while still being like real and raw and vulnerable, because you need to hear it, obviously. So yeah, everybody is susceptible to these mindset blind spots, in that you have your own struggles and you have things that you go through, but that doesn't make you any less legitimate in the online space, or as a life coach, or as a confidence coach, or as a mindset coach. It doesn't make you any less legit. I promise. It makes you a human, and everybody knows that you're a human, and just pretending that you don't go through hard shit, or that like you're over hard shit forever and now people should hire you, that's not going to help. It's going to make you feel more like a fraud for when you're really going through something. And you won't feel supported, and therefore you'll be in a more limited, scarce mindset, and that will stop you from making money. So if you are wanting to uncover some of those mindset blind spots, overcome your limiting beliefs, and really revolutionize your morning routine, then the Lazy Entrepreneur's morning routine is for you. It is a planner/journal combination with a planner on one side with your daily tasks and gratitudes, and then on the other side of the page it's a journal prompt where you can write out all your feelings and really help you with self-reflection in the morning. I'm one of those people who could not think of journal prompts for the life of me, and whenever I would sit down to journal, I'd be like twiddling my thumbs trying to figure out what to journal about. But then I did some more deep introspective work and really worked on some journal prompts that felt good to me and really helped me overcome my limiting beliefs. And this journal is for you if that is something that you struggle with as well. If you struggle with having a planner and a journal and what to journal about and all that stuff, you can have an amazing morning routine that is both efficient and self-reflective with the Lazy Entrepreneur's morning routine. So you can find that at the link in my show notes, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening to this episode of From Imposter to Empowered with me, Jillian Perrick, life and success coach for boss babes who want to overcome imposter syndrome. You can find me on Instagram at YourCoachJill, and for information on my services and any freebies, you can go to www.northernresolutions.com. See you next time.